In today's video, we will take a look what's happening in Atlanta's real estate market, plus 10 suburban areas between single-family homes and attached condos or townhouses. My name is Anna Eckstein, Coldwell Banker Realty, Ultimate Luxury Group. Let's start. All right, let's start with the medium sales price. So on this chart, we'll take a look for single family homes, medium sales price, price per square foot, and medium list price. So on the left, we see the cities, and we'll be covering today Atlanta, Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Milton, Roswell, Sandy Springs, Brookhaven, Decatur, Dunwoody, Marietta, and Smyrna. So let's take a look, and you can see some of the parts of the countries obviously saw the peak in 2022. Atlanta didn't see the peak in 2022. We continue going up with the medium sales price, and you can clearly see that Atlanta, we actually went up by 12%. Our medium sales price were in November 2023, $467,950. And our medium sales price is actually up to $523,500. So that's a medium sales price for the Atlanta. You can see our medium list price actually a little bit went down. But again, our medium sales price is actually went up. So, and you keep wondering, why is the medium list price is lower actually than medium sales price? Well, there's more homes with lesser price come in on the market. So that's the reason why the medium list price is actually lower and went down. And medium sales price is actually went up because there's more expensive homes sold within that medium sales price. So in Alpharetta, you can see our medium sales price is $825,000 and it's up by 12%. The Johns Creek, also our medium sales price, $880,000. Milton is, and it's, guys, take a look, it's up 53%. Think about what kind of appreciation are we talking about a year ago. If you would buy a single family home in Johns Creek in 2023, you just gained 53% in your medium sales price. And obviously, like when we look in data like this is a medium sales price in a city, right? And if you actually watch to the end of this video, and if you like to, I breaking down the neighborhoods as well, just please click on the link below and you will see the reports actually for the neighborhoods with the Atlanta area. So you will see some neighborhoods, let's say medium sales price will be up, some will be down. So it's kind of all over the place. So when you look in the city, it's a medium sales price of all the properties that sell in the cities. And for example, if you keep wondering, well, Atlanta medium sales price is $523,500. Well, the most expensive neighborhood in Atlanta is a Buckhead. It's actually a district. It's an area. And within the Buckhead, medium sales price for the area, it's still Atlanta, but is $2,351,000. So that's what I'm saying. When you look at this data, you have to understand this data because it's important, but then what you really need to understand where you at within your neighborhood. So if you ever wondering where is your home would sell with a medium sales price in your neighborhood, I would prepare a report for you based on your neighborhood. So please always reach me out. You can email to me, you can call me, and I'll be more than happy to prepare the neighborhood report just for you. So let's move on. Milton, you can see our medium sales price in Milton is actually $1,325,000. Roswell is $690,000 and it's up 7%. Sandy Springs is up by 27%. And it's $1,147,000. This is again for single family homes, right? Brookhaven, we're right around the Sandy Springs. We are at $1,150,000 and we up 45%. Some of the numbers, guys, it's insane. I mean, this is just amazing how much we still keep going up every year. And let's see what 2025 brings, right? So there's a lot of factors involved. And by the way, if you do like to watch my economic data, I can link also at the end of this video for the economic data for the entire United States. We're talking about there about inflation, interest rate cuts, things like that. So you can see Decatur is actually medium sales price is 330,000 and it's down by 6%. Dunwoody up by 30%, 713,000 medium sales price. Marietta, it's in a Cobb County and our medium sales price is 495,000 and it's up 4%. And Smyrna, we are flat and we are also Smyrna in a Cobb County. So take a look, pause if you like, take a look at the price per square foot, also comparing to the November of 2023. Now, for the condo and townhouses, so anything that are attached, right? So for this type of product, we have in Atlanta, medium sales price is 373,125, and we actually down by 4%. The Alpharetta is 420,000 and is down by actually 16%. So many buyers decided not to buy the condos or townhouses in Alpharetta. In Johns Creek is up by 1%, and medium sales price for this type of homes are $526,555. Milton, you can see it's 927,500 and it's up, guys, 87%. This is insane. How much is really condos went up in Milton. And this is, we're comparing again to a year ago. This is just unbelievable how much demand up there. So in Roswell, we are down by 11% on the condos. Sandy Springs, we up 50%. Brookhaven, we up also 14%. Decatur, we are actually up by 13%. And you can see how different this price point. That's why to work with a realtor who really knows the market and can guide you in into like which city you would need to move, what is attracting you, which neighborhood, what lifestyle do you have, how close do you need to be to Atlanta downtown business district. Things like that is so important. If schools will be important to you. There's so many different factors when it comes to choose the right area to move within Atlanta area, because we were such a huge area. And anyway, and this is where we're talking right now. We're talking about between 3 different counties as well. And all those counties, they all have their own rules and regulations, what kind of benefit and incentives they offering for the people with homestead exemptions, things like that. So again, if you like more details, please don't hesitate to contact me. My phone number 404-222-8101, and I'll be more than happy to provide you even more detailed reports on many different factors when it comes to moving to Atlanta area. So let's take a look what's happening with the new listings, active inventory, days on the market, and month supply. So the new listings is what it's coming obviously new to the market. And we will take a look again, single family home. And the active inventory is the inventory that basically didn't sell from the months previous, right? That's what we call active inventory. So when you see the active inventory is on the rise, it's actually not a good sign. The days on the market. So it's how long would take, how many days on average would take to sell your home. So months of this supply of inventory, that means if there's no more new listings would come on the market ever again, how long would take to sell to depleted existing inventory. That's what it means, this last chart. So When you see that active inventory is on a rise, obviously that's not good. Well, it's a good for the buyers, but not necessarily good for the sellers because now the sellers needs to be compete with so many more other properties that kind of similar for sale in the area. And you can see that our active inventory in Atlanta from it's up by 30%. In November, we only had as an active inventory was 1,675 homes. And now, the same year later, we have over 2,000, 2,181 to be exact. You can see in Alpharetta, we also, we up on an active inventory of 51%. So we also up in a Johns Creek by 63%. So now you ask me, Anna, what happening if if things get piling up and piling up and piling up? Well, a couple different things. One is if the supply is so big and demand is not there to cover all the supply, eventually you will see more price reductions, right? So remember the charts that we was going in previously, all of the medium sales price and things like that. So that will reflect in a downside if we continue piling up with the active inventory. Like anything else, it's all about supply and demand. So, for example, anything under 3 months of inventory, we would consider that would be a seller market. Anything between 3 to 6 months, that would be a balance market. And anything greater than 6 months, it would be considering to be a buyer's market. So you can clearly see if you take a look on single family homes, we in Atlanta, we're more in the balanced market. In Alpharetta, in Johns Creek, you can still see we're kind of in that seller market still a little bit. But that's how you interpret all of these numbers. So if you like to pause, find your favorite city, you take a look. Now, if for some reason you don't see your favorite city and you would like to include, obviously I didn't cover all of the cities. Message me. I'll be more than happy to include in my monthly report or email to you directly as a video report for your favorite city or for your favorite neighborhood for that matter of fact. So anyway, you can see that active inventory pretty much on a rise everywhere except Milton. Sandy Springs, actually, interesting, surprising. When I was looking at that report, it's like, gosh, there's not a lot of sellers wants to sell anymore in Sandy Springs. We said, well, hey, it's a keeper, right? And you can see that even active inventory is actually went down by 49%. That's a lot. So we, on the active inventory, we actually from 89 homes, we down to 45 homes in the month of the November. And you can see even new listings, half is coming for what we had a year ago. So it's definitely up there is the market that this is maybe even continue. If we continue to see these decreases, this is month of inventory will continue going in down, right? So yeah, so you can see if you have any questions again, just please don't hesitate to contact me. This is on a condos. So we look in the condos in those cities as well. So you can see the new listings, the active inventory for most of the parts on the rise, except the Milton and Sandy Springs. Again, Sandy Springs is down by 18%, down on the new listing by 57%. Take a look at Milton. This is like amazing. There's not a lot of things happening in Milton with the condos. So think about, we actually down by 88% in a Milton on the new listings, and we down on an active inventory by 64%. But in a Brookhaven, think about, we actually, this is quite interesting. Take a look, guys. So Brookhaven, we actually down on new listings by 32%. But look, the active inventory is just not selling. It's piling up. We up 133% from where we were on even a year ago. So the days on the market, obviously you can see as well that we definitely up on the days on the market by as much as, think about like in Johns Creek, we had 13 days on the market in 2023. Now we 53 days on the market. 53 days. So, and that contributing to 9.5 actually month of the supply for the Johns Creek. And that's really big. Think about, we jumped from 2.17% to 9.5%. That's a lot, guys. That's really a lot. So anyway, just wanted to share with you. So if we're going in to take a look, how many properties sold, the sales price ratio, and expire listings. So this will be my last chart for the single family home, and we will take a look for the condos after this chart. So we now talk about the medium sales price. We're talking about days on the market. We're talking about how many months of inventory we have. Now we will talking about how many total properties sold for the month of the November 2024. And the sales ratio is if the seller listed for, let's say, 100%, right? How much are the closing percentage, how much the seller actually putting in their pocket, right? So that's what this column is represent. And expire listings or cancel, it's how many homes didn't sell and the seller says, you know what, I'm just fed up with the whole situation. I'm just taking my property off the market. I'm not gonna relist. So that's what that categories mean. So now, once we understand this, we'll take a look. So in Atlanta, we actually have 19% more properties sold in the month of November 2024 compared to the last year. And the total equals to 436 single-family homes sold in Atlanta in November of 2024. So with the ratio is about the same. It's 97% of the selling price, which is pretty good. I mean, you can see like Roswell is actually pretty much 100%. Again, it's all medium averages that takes. So there's some sold for obviously a little bit more, some sold for a little bit less, things like that. But this is medium, right? So Alpharetta, you can see that we actually up by 16% on the properties sold. But you can see Johns Creek, Milton, Roswell, Sandy Springs, Brookhaven. We actually have less properties that it's actually closed, sold, exchanged to escrow. And as much as 55% in the Sandy Springs. So Decatur is actually up by 54% to 140 closings that happen in single-family homes. So expire listings, you can see some of the areas will start coming in as expire listings, like in Johns Creek. We have 12 expire listings in the month of November, and it's up by 200%. You can see also that, let's say, pick the 49% in the Sandy Springs, we actually have very little expire listings and is down by 48% to 12 expire listings in the month of November. So, and this one would be my last chart for the condos and townhouses. And again, we're looking the properties that is sold, the sales price ratio, and expire cancel listings. So we can see the condos in Atlanta, they're actually up in the number of properties sold to 300, and it's up 16%. The Sandy Springs, we actually sold less condos compared to a year ago by 71%. That's a lot. In Marietta, we're up by 22%. So the sales ratio, it's pretty flat. Like I wouldn't say it's like, oh my gosh, what a big change difference, but you can see for yourself. And expire listings, we definitely, you can see more green on this chart than anything red, and we are getting more expire listings. And remember how we was looking that chart of the active listings, so all of that is piling up over time, and that's you definitely, for the 2024, you definitely start see the changes that the Atlanta market is bringing to us. Not necessarily so we're still all-time price high pretty much on every city that we're looking. But you start seeing more and more and more and more of active inventories piling up, and also the expire listings. And that's the report that I really wanted to bring to you so you guys can see for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this market report, and I hope you find valuable this information. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe the channel below. If you're thinking of selling your home in Atlanta area, or you're thinking of moving to Atlanta area or to any of the suburbs in the area, I would love to be your real estate guidance to person to go. And my name Anna Eckstein with Coldwell Banker Realty Ultimate Luxury Group. My phone number is 404-222-8101. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.